What's up, guys? It's Patricia from TarantulaHeaven.com. We have Miss Spidey, my Chilean rose hair, right here. She has filled her jar lid with substrate. She has buried one of her little ducky figurines, and she's also putting her butt in the jar lid. So I hope you can see that. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about something that made me very excited and very interested. I hope you guys find it interesting too. So this is about something that happened in Philadelphia and kind of went viral. Now, Philadelphia is famous for a lot of things. Most of them are not very good. For one, right now, there's a lot of violence in Philadelphia. And, you know, in any major city, there's going to be more violence than other places in the country. However, I will say that a lot of things are happening in Philadelphia that should not be, more so than usual. We also, this city, recently scored as the rudest city in America by a landslide. We were actually higher than the average of all the other cities scored on, I guess, whatever scoring system they used. So yeah, a lot of people say that Philadelphia, especially if you are coming from elsewhere in the country, in the US, that Philadelphia is a really rough place to get accustomed to. But anyway, for all of the negative things that Philadelphia could be known for, we also have some pretty interesting things that happen here too. And this one I thought I really got a kick out of. So this interests me because I've talked a lot about how tarantulas could be considered emotional support animals because they help people with depression and all sorts of things. We're a long way from them being recognized as emotional support animals, but this made me think that maybe we're closer than I think. And so what happened was, and what went viral is this awesome clip, which I'm gonna link down in this description because it's just amazing, of this little girl walking an alligator on a leash in a Philadelphia park over the summer. And there are like other people around filming, like not knowing what the hell is going on. But this looked like a very peaceful alligator, and this little girl is just going on a casual stroll with her little alligator friend, enjoying some water in the park. It's just amazing. And I actually read an article about this because it went super viral, and I was like, I need to know more. And the story is even better because this alligator is actually named Wally, and he is famous on social media. Like hundreds and thousands of followers on TikTok under its name, Wally the alligator. And this alligator is actually a legitimate emotional support animal. I was reading into the history, and this alligator actually belongs to an older gentleman. And he had actually adopted a few alligators, but gave a few of them away and actually ended up taking care of Wally. And he realized that Wally was much more like a dog than we would think alligators are. He reported that this alligator would refuse to eat live rats, which I guess would be a normal part of an alligator's diet. He actually likes popcorn a lot. And he would also find that Wally would follow him around the house, would love being held, and also really liked cuddling. And Wally never tried to bite anybody. And so in getting to coexist with this alligator, the alligator actually became much more like a dog or a puppy to him than a reptile. And the way that Wally became an emotional support animal really echoes what I think is possible for tarantulas and other pets that we don't think could be emotional support animals, however, still have, like, clearly support us in ways that are beneficial to us. And so what had happened was one year, this man named Henny, he unfortunately experienced the death of 3 of his friends and understandably grew very depressed. And he had gone to his doctor, and his doctor wanted to put him on depression medication. Henny noted that, you know, he really didn't want to be on medication And he noticed that when Wally, his alligator, was around, he was actually okay. And so he pushed for his doctor to classify Wally as an emotional support animal. And his doctor approved it, saying, okay, this is working for you. And you don't want to be on medication. It's clear that the alligator has some sort of benefits to your mood. And so isn't that what emotional support is? And I really love this story. I think it's super precious. Now, do I think that this alligator should be walking around a park? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how safe it is for other people. I know that this alligator belongs to this older gentleman, but in the clip that went viral, a little girl is walking Wally, and Wally's not a huge alligator, but I know that alligators are very strong, and so I wonder if Wally got a prey instinct or something and wanted to chase something, would this little girl be able to hold him back? My thought is that this little girl is going to go flying. And we always have to take account the safety of others when we are bringing an emotional support animal into the space. Like, dogs have to go through extensive training to be considered emotional support animals if they're being taken out in public. My feeling is if you have an emotional support animal at home and nobody else can get hurt, whatever. But if we're taking these animals out in public and there's a chance that something out of our control could happen, then we have to be really careful. And it really does make me think, like, how much do we know about alligators and their intelligence? Maybe there is a lot more than we think. And it also, I think this further interests me to know more about tarantulas, because I know so many people who have gone through debilitating depression, substance use, all sorts of things, and their tarantula collection, whether it's 50 or just one, have been the saving grace. And for me, I will tell you that when I'm stressed or I'm sad, looking at Spidey is a great comfort to me. And I know it's like that for many of you. And so I wanted to share this because if an alligator can be considered an emotional support animal, I don't see why a tarantula cannot, or a scorpion, or anything else like that. It does seem like Wally the alligator has a bonding mechanism, considering what happened with his owner, following his owner around the house like a dog and stuff like that. I don't think that would happen with tarantulas, but either way, Wally supports his owner in a very similar way as Spidey supports me, and your tarantulas support you. And if that is an acceptable emotional support animal, I don't see why this couldn't be as well. But anyway, please check out those clips. I'm going to leave a few in the description. It's amazing. Check out Wally the Alligator's TikTok and let me know what you think about this. I'd love to hear about how your tarantulas support you. And I'll see you next week for Tarantula Tuesday. Take care. Bye-bye.